Hello everyone and welcome to Chess with M&M. Today we will see a game happen between Kasparov and the Ukrainian IM Yuri Sakharov. And in this game we will see how the bishop pair is a strong advantage, and we will see how the development is more important than capturing the pieces. So let's get started. Kasparov with the white pieces and Yuri with the black pieces. Kasparov started by c4, the English opening. Knight to f6 by Yuri, knight to f3 by Kasparov, and b6. And here we're seeing Yuri going to the queen's Indian defense against the English opening. g3 by Kasparov, bishop to b7, d4, and here Yuri decided to play bishop takes on f3. Bishop takes on f3, the idea from this move is playing e6 and d5 without having a bishop on b7 closed on it by his pawns on e6 and d5. So he trade the bishop first, and then he will play e6 and d5 without having the bishop on b7. E takes on f3, and e6 preparing to d5, knight to c3, developing the knight, and d5. And here Kasparov played c takes on d5. Now Kasparov want to put his bishop on d3, but now if you played bishop to d3, then Yuri will play c takes on d5 on c4, and so Kasparov forced to take on c4, and then he will play bishop to d3 again to put his bishop on this diagonal. So for this reason he take it first, c takes on d5, knight takes on d5, and here Kasparov played queen on a4 check with tempo, developing the queen with tempo. c6 by Yuri, and bishop to d3. Bishop to d3 by Kasparov, developing the bishop on h7 b1 diagonal. Bishop to e7, preparing to castling, and knight takes on d5. Knight takes on d5, taking the most powerful piece the black has, and it is the knight on d5. So after knight takes on d5, e takes on d5, and here Kasparov played bishop to e3. Bishop to e3, making a room for the rook to coming to c1 and make a pressure on the c6 pawn. So here Yuri castled, rook to c1 by Kasparov, making a pressure on c6 as we saw. And here, if we look into the position, we will see the knight on on b8 cannot move because it's the only defender of the pawn on c6. And if you didn't move the knight, so you cannot move the rook on a8. So for this reason here, Yuri played a5. a5, I'm gonna develop my rook from the a7 to the 7th rank. And here Kasparov played a beautiful move too, and it is king to f1. King to f1, going away from any attacks gonna be on the e file and not castling, because I need this rook on the h1 for my attacks after h4, after h5, rook to h4, I need this rook here for the attack in the future. So after king to f1, Yuri played bishop to d6 and queen to c2 by Kasparov. Queen to c2, threatening the pawn on h7, so h6 by Yuri. And here Kasparov played h4. h4, Kasparov started taking a space and started the attack by h4. He gonna play h5 and rook to h4, rook to g4. This is what we'll see soon. Rook to a7. Rook to a7, developing the rook on the 7th rank. And king to g2. King to g2, connecting the rooks. And here Yuri played rook to c7. Rook to c7 to defending the pawn on c6 and make this knight free. And here Kasparov want to play bishop to f5, but first played bishop to h6 check, king to h8, and then bishop f5. Rook to e8 by Yuri, trying to do something with the rook on the open file. And here Kasparov played rook to d2. Rook to d2, threatening sacrifice on h6. So here Yuri played bishop to b4, bishop to b4, threatening the queen. So you have to move your queen, queen to d1, and rook c to e7. Rook c to e7, Yuri trying to do something with the rooks on the e file because it's the only open file in the game, but it's closed by my bishop on e3, so there is nothing to worry about. And here after rook c e7, Kasparov played a3, kicking this bishop, bishop to d6, and here Kasparov played so good move. Try to pause the video and find the move which Kasparov played. If you found the move, congratulations, you are so good player. The move is bishop to g5. Bishop to g5, threatening the rook on e7. You cannot move your rook because you will lose your queen on d8, and you cannot take my bishop because now if you take my bishop, if you take my bishop, h takes on g5, I'm gonna take by the h takes g5 check, king to g8, and then rook to h8 check. You have to take my rook, and then queen to h1 check, queen to h1 check, king to g8, and then queen to h7 check, king to f8, and queen to h8 will be checkmate. So for this reason, you cannot take my bishop, and you cannot move your rook away. So only move to protect the rook is playing f6. And here after f6, Kasparov played bishop to e3. The idea from bishop g5, bishop e3 is making the light squares weak. And if you remember, the black has no light squares bishop because he traded in the opening with the knight on f3. So for this reason, there is no defender of the weaknesses behind the king. So let's see what the black gonna do with it. Queen to c7, queen to c7 trying to protect the 7th rank, and bishop to g6, bishop to g6 threatening the rook. And here Kasparov played queen to d3, queen to d3 bringing the queen to the attack, rook to c8, the black has nothing to do, just playing anything, rook to c8 and h4. h4, I'm gonna bring the rook to the game too, h4 and rook to f8 again. Rook to h4, preparing to rook g4 and some sacrifices on h6. Here, black played a4, trying to do something, trying to take a space on the queen side, but there is nothing to do for black. Bishop to f5, bishop to f5, opening the file for the rook when he come on the g4, and b5, b5, trying to do something on the queen side. Queen to d2, queen to d2, preparing to sacrifice on h6, rook f2 e8, the black has nothing to do, and rook to g4, rook to g4, bringing the rook to the party, and king to g8. King to g8 is the best move in this position. The black now trying to escape by his king to f8, in the future to e8 after remove his rook. He trying to do something. He tried to escape from the attack. And here Kasparov played rook to c2. Rook to c2, I want to take on h6, but I don't want you to bother my queen by rook e2. So rook to c2 defending e2 square with the queen. And here, last but not least, you remembered his knight on b8, and in the 31 move, Yuri played knight d7. Here, Yuri said, I played by every piece I have, expect the knight, so let's just move it. And here, Yuri played knight to d7, and finally, Kasparov take it on h6. Bishop takes on h6, knight to b6, Yuri just playing with his knight until his time coming. And here Kasparov played another excellent move. Just try, pause the video and try to find it. If you found the move, congratulations, you are so good player. The move is bishop to e6 check. Bishop to e6 checks is a move from another planet, is a move from space. Why? Here Yuri played king to h7, but here if you take the bishop, I'm gonna play rook takes on g7. You have to take by the queen. Queen takes on g7. Bishop takes on g7. King takes on g7, and then I'm gonna take by the rook. Rook takes on c6, threatening your knight. Example: if you move your knight on to c4, I'm gonna play queen to d3, threatening queen check from g6, and then h6, h7, h8, and the queen. And it's too hard to stop this. So for this reason, here you didn't take the bishop and played king to h7 here. And here Kasparov played queen to d3 check, king to h8, and queen to g6, queen to g6, queen to g6, threatening takes. If you take by the rook, it's the only move. I'm gonna take your rook and then mate. Example, if you play knight to a8, knight to a8, I'm gonna take bishop takes on g7, only move rook takes on g7, and then queen takes on e8 check, king to h7, bishop to f5 check, king to h6, queen to h8 check. You have to block with the rook to h7, and then queen takes on f6, king takes on h5, and then queen to g5 checkmate. So for this reason, here Yuri played for this reason. So for this reason, here Yuri played rook to f8, rook to f8, and but here Kasparov take it. Bishop takes on g7. After rook takes on g7, Kasparov played queen check from h6, rook to h7, and then after queen takes on f8 check. In this position, Yuri Sakharov resigned the game. Why Yuri Sakharov resigned the game? Because now only move you have to take my queen, and then I'm gonna give you a checkmate from the g8. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget us from like and subscribe, and thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next video.